To conquer the English Channel, engineers first had to mount a massive land assault, moving millions of tons of chalk marl just to establish a staging ground. Every square inch of topsoil must be cleared with absolute precision to prevent future ground shifting above the tunnel entrance. On the French coast, teams began sinking a monumental shaft, 80 meters deep, designed to swallow machinery the size of football fields. Specialized rotary cutters grind through the stubborn upper rock layers, preparing the bedrock for heavy structural reinforcement.
This massive portal acts as the operational heartbeat, where thousands of tons of equipment will descend into the earth.
A single millimeter of deviation at this stage could cause the tunnel boring machines to completely miss their target beneath the sea. A continuous convoy of haulers works around the clock to remove fractured rock before it can choke the worksite.
Unpredictable coastal mud threatens to bog down the heavy machinery, requiring constant gravel backfilling. Before digging outward toward the sea, the vertical walls of the launch shafts must be locked securely into place. High-tensile steel bolts are driven deep into the rock matrix to prevent catastrophic wall collapses.
Deep underground, engineers create massive assembly chambers where the largest tunneling machines in history will be built.
Inundation is a constant threat, forcing industrial pumps to discharge thousands of gallons of intruding groundwater every hour.
The first structural steel components arrive, destined to support the immense weight of the coastal cliffs above.
Master welders fuse the heavy foundation frames together, ensuring the launch pad can withstand thousands of tons of thrust.
Geologists meticulously analyze every foot of rock to ensure the path ahead stays locked within the safe, impermeable chalk marl layer.
Unexpected pockets of ultra-hard flint threaten to shatter standard drilling teeth, requiring constant inspection and replacement.
To keep hundreds of workers alive in the subterranean depths, a massive life support and ventilation network must be constructed from day one.
Liquid concrete is blasted onto the exposed chalk walls, instantly sealing the rock and preventing atmospheric degradation. The vanguard of the project arrives, the cutter head components of a custom-built tunnel boring machine. Every moving part must be heavily lubricated to survive years of continuous friction in a highly abrasive environment.
An internal railway network is laid down, serving as the primary logistical artery for the entire undersea operation.
This supply line will carry millions of concrete lining segments from the surface directly to the tunnel face. With the launch chambers fully stabilized, the stage is set for the most ambitious tunneling effort ever attempted. Engineers activate the primary monitoring systems, linking the subterranean worksite to surface command centers via fiber optics. The preparation phase draws to a close as the machines stand face-to-face with the solid rock barrier of the English Channel. The assembly of these underground mega-factories represents a triumph of heavy mechanical engineering. Every bolt must be torqued to extreme tolerances to withstand the crushing pressures of the seabed. Spanning over 8 meters in diameter, this rotating shield of tungsten carbide teeth will chew through history. Massive hydraulic cylinders, capable of exerting thousands of tons of forward thrust, extend for the first time. The journey begins as the cutter head bites into the earth, commencing the historic march toward the middle of the channel. A continuous stream of excavated spoil is thrown backward onto a high-speed conveyor belt, clearing the cutting face. Immediately behind the cutting head, an automated vacuum arm places the permanent structural lining of the tunnel.
These high-strength concrete rings form the permanent exoskeleton of the tunnel, designed to last for centuries.
To prevent water ingress, a specialized cement grout is constantly prepared on the surface for injection deep underground. Grout filling seals the void behind the tunnel lining, locking the structure firmly into the surrounding geology. The logistics train runs on a relentless loop, carting away the pulverized seabed to maintain an uninterrupted dig. Water jets cool the friction-heated cutting tools and suppress the dangerous clouds of underground dust. The French teams face a far more dangerous, fractured geology, requiring sealed earth pressure balance TBMs to prevent catastrophic flooding. This pressure lock holds back the immense weight of the sea and waterlogged earth at the cutting face. Advanced computer guidance systems trace a continuous laser path, keeping the massive machine locked on its underwater trajectory.
Even the toughest steel teeth are ground down by the rock, requiring dangerous maintenance shifts right at the cutting face.
The tunneling operation consumes as much electricity as a small city, requiring dedicated high-voltage supply lines. Minor weeping through the rock fissures is intercepted by deep drainage channels built into the floor. Mile by mile, the foundation of the world's most sophisticated undersea transit corridor takes shape beneath the waves. Robotic inspection systems verify the structural integrity of every ring to ensure there is zero oval deformation under sea pressure. On the surface, the excavated spoil is used to reclaim land from the sea, turning waste into a brand new coastal landscape.
Billions of cubic meters of earth must be carefully stabilized on the surface to prevent environmental runoff into the sea.
The supply chain never sleeps, pushing deeper and deeper into the dark, sub-oceanic frontier. Precision human input guides millions of pounds of hydraulic force through the blind dark of the seabed. Having conquered the coastal margins, the project enters its most hazardous phase, deep undersea progression. The design relies on a triple-bore system, with a central service tunnel acting as a lifeline between the two massive transit tubes. Every 250 meters, crews must cut cross passages to connect the tunnels for ventilation and emergency escape routes. These reinforced fire doors are engineered to isolate atmospheric changes and protect passengers in the event of an emergency. Specialized piston relief ducts are cut above the tunnels to alleviate the immense aerodynamic pressure generated by high-speed trains. Engineers carve out a subterranean cathedral under the sea, the crossover cavern, allowing trains to pass from one track to another. Supporting this massive open span requires extraordinary heavy engineering, utilizing thick structural steel arches.
In a high-stakes game of subterranean navigation, two mega-machines close the gap from opposite sides of the sea. A small pilot hole marks the historic first physical connection between the workers of Great Britain and France. With the final wall shattered, engineers celebrate the historic completion of the longest undersea tunnel section ever dug. Too large to dismantle and extract, the British TBM is steered off course and buried forever, sacrificed to clear the path.
With the tunneling complete, the raw concrete shell must now be transformed into a high-speed technological artery. Heavy rail infrastructure installation begins, utilizing a specialized layout designed to support trains traveling at high speeds.
Continuous welded rails are laid down to eliminate the traditional joint gaps, ensuring a perfectly smooth and silent ride.
High-tension steel clips lock the rails into place, designed to withstand decades of constant vibration from heavy freight trains.
A complex power grid is distributed along the entire 50-kilometer span to feed the hungry overhead lines.
These overhead wires will deliver 25,000 volts of electricity to drive the high-speed locomotives.
A complex drainage system is installed at the lowest points, designed to channel any condensation safely away to pumping stations. An intricate nervous system of fiber optics, sensors, and signaling cables is woven throughout the entire structure.
To combat the immense heat generated by train braking and friction, a massive chilled water cooling system is installed.
Aerodynamic safety is paramount, requiring giant industrial fans capable of completely changing the tunnel's air in minutes.
On the surface, massive terminal stations take shape, designed to process thousands of vehicles and passengers every hour.
Expansive loading zones are paved, preparing for the custom-built shuttle trains that will carry trucks and cars across the sea.
The complex surface rail grid is finalized, seamlessly linking the undersea tunnel to the national rail networks of Europe. Automated safety and deluge systems are integrated into every zone, providing instant defense against fire hazards. The raw engineering triumph stands complete, ready to face the final rigor of rigorous testing and integration.
Before operations can begin, every mile of the tunnel must be thoroughly cleaned of construction dust and debris.
Specialized diagnostic trains scan the rails, ensuring the track geometry is absolutely flawless for high-speed travel.
The brains of the operation go live, linking automated train controls, ventilation, and power grids into a unified system.
Rigorous safety audits ensure that every redundancy, backup system, and escape route functions perfectly.
The heavy machinery that built this wonder is finally withdrawn, leaving behind a clean and polished masterpiece. Robust security infrastructure is established around the tunnel entrances to protect this vital international link.
Surface restoration turns the scarred construction zones into clean, modern, and eco-friendly transportation hubs. For the first time in history, the signals turn green, opening a permanent, physical path between Britain and the European mainland.
Testing begins as the first high-speed passenger trains enter the dark concrete tube, proving the viability of the engineering.
The meticulous track layout pays off, providing a stable, near-silent ride under immense atmospheric pressure.
Speed tests push the infrastructure to its limits, verifying that the aerodynamic relief ducts handle the displaced air perfectly.
The structural design successfully isolates the extreme pressures, validating years of sophisticated mathematical modeling.
The freight systems are initialized, demonstrating the tunnel's massive capacity to move commerce across international borders. Continuous sensor feedback confirms that the entire 50-kilometer structure is operating exactly within its design tolerances. What once seemed a madman's dream stands realized as a permanent monument to human ingenuity and determination. Dedicated to the thousands of engineers and workers who risked their lives, this structure redefines the limits of construction. This hidden lifeline beneath the seafloor stands ready to maintain and protect the flow of millions of travelers. The massive electrical grid operates flawlessly, delivering the clean energy required to sustain rapid cross-channel transit. The geographic isolation of Great Britain is permanently dissolved, replaced by an unbreakable link forged in solid rock. Traveling from London to Paris in just over 2 hours, the Channel Tunnel stands as an unrivaled triumph of connectivity. $15 billion and millions of man-hours have culminated in the creation of the world's longest undersea section of tunnel. Hidden beneath over 100 meters of water and rock, this concrete mega-shield holds back the might of the Atlantic. An engineering marvel that conquered geology, water pressure, and international borders to unite two nations forever. From a chaotic muddy pit to masterfully integrated global transit hub, the construction of the Channel Tunnel remains an unmatched pinnacle of human achievement, a testament to what humanity can accomplish when engineering precision meets absolute, unyielding determination inside the Channel Tunnel.